guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chicho, for all of you who don't know. For all of you who are back, welcome back. For all of you who are visiting for the first time, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and turn on the bell notification so you get notified every time I post a new video. I want to start off this video by apologizing for not posting yesterday. I had a lot of things going on. My nieces were here, we took them to the pumpkin patch and all of that good stuff. So I had a really great weekend and I wanted to just be present with them. And it's a lot of time consuming work with a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, but I would not give that up for the world. So I'm back today with another video about a haunted house that I actually lived in. I really hope you guys enjoy it. So grab your popcorn, grab your coffee, grab your beverage, whatever you need, get comfortable and get ready to get spooked. Let's go. So for today's video, I kind of wanted to take the time out to do another scary story time because it's 50 degrees outside, it's glorious, it's rainy, it's stormy. We had a huge storm last night, so it put me in the mood to tell you guys another scary story. And this story is about a house that I lived in when I was younger. And with all the houses that I lived in, pretty much, they've all been built from scratch by my parents because my parents own a construction company. And they build beautiful houses. If you guys want to see some of those houses, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff, and I'll try to put a video up about that. So in this house specifically, my parents built their own area upstairs where they had a kitchen, they had their own bathroom, they had like his and her closets on the other side of the hallway leading to the bathroom, and my sister, being spoiled, had her own bathroom downstairs too, and then my brothers and I had to share a bathroom of our own. And so in my sister's room, she had her bathroom and her closet in the same like room, and she had a sliding door that went to it. And at nighttime, she said she remembers waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning every night and being terrified because she would see this thing. She used to keep her door open in the sliding door to her bathroom, and she said she would see this black figure. The first time she ever saw it, she thought it was one of our cousins that she was really close with, and she looked at the clock and it was like 3 in the morning. She gasped because she's like, why is my cousin in my bedroom at 3 in the morning and he wasn't even here before? But she said she leaned up, she gasped, and as soon as she gasped, this black figure turned around slowly and started looking at her. And she said she remembers the figure with like being completely black, only seeing eyes that were red, and having horns and hooves. And at this age, she had no idea what any of that had to do. Like we weren't allowed to watch horror movies, so she wouldn't have had an idea in her head. And you can't just imagine this kind of stuff up. So my parents kind of shook it off as like, oh, it's probably something, she's imagining it, she'll grow out of it, whatever. But it continued to happen. She continued to see this thing. She continued to be terrified by this creature in her doorway of her bathroom. And she also eventually moved her room to upstairs where my parents were. And upstairs, she said she remembers seeing like this cowboy. She woke up in the middle of the night and she saw this cowboy standing over her. And she said that the cowboy started walking around her bed, and then she saw a Native American guy. And if you guys watched any of my past videos, you would know that we're Native American. And she said that she didn't feel scared by the Native American, she felt scared by the cowboy. And she said the cowboy and the Native American started to fight, but she couldn't hear anything. She could just see an altercation starting, and then they just disappeared. And she said she thinks that the cowboy was trying to cause her harm, or maybe it was a demon in the form of a cowboy, and then maybe another ghost that was a Native American ghost came and tried to protect her from this entity that was trying to harm her. And another incident that happened in this house, my friend used to come over. Her name was, well, actually, I'm not going to say her name. We're just going to call her Sarah. We're going to call her Sarah because I don't want to put her out there like this and make people think she's crazy. But so Sarah used to live right down the road from us, and we were best friends. We rode the bus together, all that good stuff. And she used to stay at my house a lot, but my parents would make her stay in my sister's room because she was a girl. And one night she said she remembers, this is the room downstairs, she remembers laying down in the bed, and you know those dangly things that are on ceiling fans, like the chains that you turn on the light, turn on the fan? She said she remembers those not moving, like swaying back and forth because the fan was on and the fan was off. She said she remembers them going up, like floating up and down in the air. And so she leaned up to see like what the heck like was going on. And then she said she always wore a necklace, and she said she saw her necklace lean up off of her chest. And then she said it terrified her, so she threw herself back down, and as she threw herself back down, the necklace broke off of her neck and then fell into the floor. And so she covered herself up with the blankets and didn't move until the next morning. And with all of that happening, my sister said she would always see figures in the corners of the house, like she would catch a glimpse of that black figure that she would see at nighttime. She would catch a glimpse of it. Gosh, I can't talk today. But she said she would catch a glimpse of it and then look in that direction, and then it would be gone. And then she said that my parents upstairs, like there was a living area, like where the living room was with the fireplace and couches and a TV, and then the kitchen would be on this side. And so my parents had French doors that would close, and they were kind of glass. And so she said she would close those doors sometimes, and she would catch a glimpse of the black figure behind her, and then she would turn around and the black figure would be gone. And then my older brother, he said that he was asleep and he was woken up by a heavy pressure on his chest, and then something felt like it was choking him and he couldn't breathe. And then he started praying like the Lord's Prayer, and then it stopped. And then my sister said that that would happen to her as well. Like it would always happen to her. If she wasn't seeing the figure, she was feeling like she was being levitated off the bed, and then she would feel like she was being choked and she couldn't breathe. And she also would say the Lord's Prayer, and then it would stop, and then she would be able to go to sleep. So imagine being a 9-year-old girl and living in this house for 10 years and being tormented every single day by something you don't know what it is. Your parents don't believe you. Actually, whenever my parents heard that my brother, he wouldn't say what happened for the longest time, and then he finally admitted, like, okay, so this actually happened to me. And my parents actually called the priest, and they came and they lined us up, and they were like, so what happened to you? What's happened to you? And the line got down to me, and they were like, okay, so what's happened to you? And I told them, like, literally nothing. I haven't experienced not one thing. Like, what's wrong with me? Am I the cause of this? Am I the demon that they're afraid of? You know, like, what's going on? You know, like, somebody sell my soul? Because I definitely didn't. But, yeah, so they blessed the house. They did I don't know, I don't think they exercised it. I think they just blessed the house. Like, I remember them going around outside the house, and they went through every bedroom, and they just prayed over it, threw holy water and oil and all of that stuff. And, the incidences still continue to happen, and they still continue to happen to my sister today. If you guys watched my previous video, one of my previous videos, I told you guys that my family is more sensitive to this paranormal stuff. Like, they see things, we see more than the average person. Like my mom and my sister especially, and me and my brother, we have more of a sense of it. Like, I haven't seen much, but I have sensed, like, if I walk into a room, I can be like, yeah, there's some bad energy here, like some bad juju. We do not need to be here, you know what I mean? So, and my dad, whenever he was little, he used to have experiences where it would get so bad that something literally was shaking his bed. Like, it wasn't like an earthquake or anything like that. It would be like something, an entity. He won't get into it because he's terrified of it, but he did tell my sister, because she's going through similar things that he had went through, that he would wake up at night and see things, and then he would start feeling his bed shaking, like something was shaking his bed. But back to the incidences that my sister was having. My sister was open about it. She was a 9-year-old girl when it started. She always told us. My parents didn't believe her at first, and then they started to believe her after my brother had experiences, and then they had experiences. And so my brother and one of my cousins, actually the brother of the cousin that my sister thought she saw in her closet the first night she saw the black figure, they had the idea that it would be a good idea to make a fake Ouija board out of cardboard and use a necklace to dangle over it to see what they could find. And I guess it didn't work because they didn't really, it was a joke to them, which I think joking around with something like that is the craziest and dumbest thing you can do. But they did it, and my sister said nothing extravagant happened, nothing got worse, nothing got better, like nothing really happened, but it kept happening. And even today, my parents and my sister actually moved into a different house. They don't live there anymore. And my sister still says that today, even to this day, she'll still see that black figure, and she'll still see the Native American. She assumes it's her guardian angel. Because I think that the fact that her guardian angel is what we're going to call the Native American character, the figure. I think the fact that we're Native American, I think her guardian angel took form of a Native American person to kind of comfort my sister at the age that she was, because she wouldn't have understood like this random person is my guardian angel. So I think that that's what is going on here, but who knows? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that all of this is bullshit and you don't believe any of it? Do you believe me? Do you have experiences similar to this? If you guys want to see more videos about my personal stories with the paranormal and with things like that, leave a comment down below. Like always, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notifications whenever I upload new videos, and like my video, share my video, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in for another night of 31 Days of Halloween, and I will see you next time. As always,